We back with another one. Afternoon grind, your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the boxing clinic. You know what it is. Shout out to the LDBC, YTBC, and everybody on that boxing grind. You dig? And lately, the end of Floyd Mayweather's career, and Dora's career, everybody always asks, what about if Floyd Mayweather fought prime opponents? It's one of the biggest shams in boxing. It's one of the biggest condescending, statements in boxing. In my opinion. And motherfucker, oh, you a Flomo. Ain't about being a Flomo. You motherfuckers ride Triple G dick and he ain't beat anybody worth a damn in his prime. No undefeated prime fighters. I give him Danny Jacobs, Ezekiel Brooks. And people pick and select and choose what to say. We're going to hit a 2-part video real quick, man. And for me to start off, man, people praise Pacquiao. I'm not trying to make it a Floyd Pacquiao thing, but I'm going to take it there. People praise Pacquiao for Haddon, Margarito, Cotto, Joshua Clottey. You can go on and on. Oscar De La Hoya, And, Floyd beat Ricky Haddon first. People gave him credit for Shane Mosley. Floyd beat Shane Mosley first. Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd beat Oscar De La Hoya first. Margarito, he got caught cheating. Shane had already beat him. He was done. Miguel Cotto was already done. He had already got beat with plaster by Margarito. So if you really want to poke holes in people's, people's resume, you could do it all day. Chavez Sr. had one of the worst, 200 fights or 300 fights or some shit like that. First 50 or 30, 20 fights. I was looking at a little stat. It was horrible. Opponent's record was garbage. He was barely batting 500. His opponents was barely batting 500. Use a baseball analogy. Nobody brings up that Floyd beat Diego Corrales when he was an underdog, He beat Jose Luis Castillo one with a torn rotator cuff. He was calling out Shane Mosley. He called out all the Mexicans. Calls out Costa Zoo. Nobody wanted to dance with him because he wasn't worth the damn dancing for when he was with Top Rank in the beginning at all. He called out Miguel Cotto. Bob Arum said, no, he ain't ready yet. Video out there said Cotto can't take him on the team. He was calling out Cotto a long time ago when he was on 140. Nobody brings that shit up, though, because nobody really knows shit about boxing when you go that deep. Most of these, these dumb, decaf fans, dumb casual ass fans, don't remember that long ago. Wasn't even entrenched in boxing that long ago, Don't know their history for shit. He beat Ricky Haddon first. Ricky Haddon was undefeated. Yeah, Ricky Haddon moved up. It is what it is. He moved up he stayed at 147 for Pacquiao. He beat Marquez. Oh, Marquez was, he was, Floyd erased the catchweight. It is what it is. Floyd had a broken rib going, had to postpone Marquez won. And whatever weight it was at, Marquez didn't have a fucking chance. He was like number 3 or number 4 on people's pound for pound list. You get what I'm getting at? When he beat Canelo Alvarez, he was too young. It's always a motherfucking asterisk by what Floyd Mayweather did. And people always try to talk down and try to berate what he did. And that's just some hating ass shit. And they only really do that to black fighters or fighters they don't like. All the time. But they can't find a reason why people talk down on Triple G resume, though. And then you got people talking down on Canelo resume that's Triple G fans. And I'm like, look, shame on shame. You can't throw rocks when you live in a fucking glass house. You know what I'm saying? And, this shit just rubbed me the wrong way. Why people just can't give people credit? And one of my final thoughts on this half of the video was the simple fact of this. Floyd is like 4 or 5 years older than Pacquiao and Miguel Cotto. So, if they weren't in their primes, what the fuck was he in? When was Floyd ever in his prime? Nobody could really give me a definitive answer on that. When was Floyd at his peak? When was Floyd at his physically best peak, his physical peak and his mental peak? When did they both hit their climax at the same time? That's one of the most difficult questions to ask in the sport of boxing. People say, oh, Pacquiao was this guy was old. He about 4 or 5 years older, 3, 4, 5 years older than Pacquiao and Miguel Cotto. He's the guy with the bad hands, getting his ribs broke by Lamont Peterson in sparring. So, people don't know shit about shit. And another thing, when people use the prime word, oh, prime Mike Tyson, prime Roy Jones, focus Adrian Broner. Now, he's in that class now, Start off with focus Broner. How many times I say, oh, Broner focus, he could beat anybody in the world. If Broner focus, he can do this. How many times I heard that shit on my page, my Facebook page, the Boxing Clinic, and the Boxing Clinic and more on YouTube, and Boxing Threads, and I had to, school these guys about that shit, man. And then when you write, they go into hiding or they try to make up an excuse or some shit. Oh, Adrian Broner couldn't make the weight. Oh, you know what, Mikey Garcia, you know, they don't want to face the motherfucking Piper. Said it all the fucking time. You know, people say, oh, Prime Roy Jones would have beat Kawasaki. Prime my ass. Did he beat him or didn't he beat him? I understand he wasn't at his absolute best. But, you know, Joe Kawasaki wasn't no prime chicken as well. Nobody told Roy Jones to go up to heavyweight and then try to come back down. That's where he fucked up at. And Mike Tyson. You know how many times I hear just regular motherfucking fans, oh, Mike Tyson, an all-time great top 10 fighter of all time. Motherfucker ain't even top 10 heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? You know his prime, anybody would have destroyed him. And George Foreman is feeding into that dumb shit. He say some of the dumbest shit. You know, he the fucking Lonzo Ball of boxing. I mean, he the fucking LeVar Ball of boxing. If you follow what George Foreman say, he say it for fucking special effects. Say some of the dumbest shit on Twitter, man. Oh, nobody gonna beat a prime Mike Tyson. Fuck out of here. You know what I mean? When it was time for Mike Tyson to step up, he got smacked back down. It's period, and it's in his history. You know, his best win might have been over Michael Spinks. You know, he stepped up with Buster Douglas, he lost. Stepped up with Vander Holyfield, he lost. Stepped up with Lennox Lewis, he lost. He lost all his big fights. Can't be an all-time great when you lost all your big major fights. Can't be. You know, Roy Jones definitely an all-time great. But I hate the moniker of him, oh, if he's prime Roy Jones. Man, fuck all that, man. That's one of the most irritating statements in boxing. Prime Roy Jones and prime Mike Tyson and focus Adrian Broner. You know what I'm saying? Oh, prime Roy Jones to do that. You know, man, no. If Roy Jones win, Roy Jones. Regular Roy Jones. You know? You got to keep saying prime. One of the most athletically gifted fighters I've ever seen in my life. Love Roy Jones. But I hate when people put the prime in front of a motherfucking name. Hate it. Hate it. And most people that say prime Mike Tyson, prime Roy Jones be the same motherfuckers that say, oh, Floyd didn't beat, he beat nobody in his prime. Floyd didn't, prime my ass. You know, motherfucker be in his prime, somebody figure him out and beat his ass, and then after that, he wasn't in his prime no more after one loss. After one loss, motherfuckers think you ain't in your prime no more. You know, I understand a motherfucker, killing in his 20s, and then he in his 40s, he start getting beat. I understand that. Bernard Hopkins is another one to figure out how to figure out his prime, but